Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video guide for Ark Genesis. Today in this video, folks, I'm going to show you how to tame the Bloodstalker. This is one of the creatures that can be found in the bog biome, and it is a bit tricky to tame due to the other environmental hazards, and you'll see what I mean later in this video. In order to be able to tame this creature, you will need to have access to a blood extraction syringe, whether you made it yourself or whether you got it from someone else. It doesn't make a difference. You'll use this to extract blood from yourself, and then you will need lots and lots of blood packs. You'll also want some food with you and a crossbow with some grappling hooks, as well as a parachute and a torch to deal with the swarms in the bog. So that's pretty much what you will need. Now, in terms of taming it, it can be a bit derpy and challenging because of all of the other things that happen. Now, the Bloodstalker does tend to spawn in the trees that are quite tall up, and I have built my base in one of these trees, so this is my location. It is quite a decent platform where you can build, so I've got the map and the GPS out for you guys to see what my location is. I'm going to show you the surrounding area and what the trees look like, and this is pretty much where you can find Bloodstalkers. So I do run the risk of course, being taken up by a Bloodstalker every time I come out, but I do like this location, so this is why I built here. So these are the trees. As you can see, I am fairly high up off the ground, and I certainly don't want it to fall to my death. These are the trees that contain our target. So once you've found one, or once it's found you, it will do this sort of thing. It will reel you in. Don't panic. As long as you have the blood packs in your inventory, it will start consuming that. As it's consuming the blood packs, it will start taming. But if you don't want to tame it, you can break free by punching it. What will happen is you will fall to the ground, it will let you go, and it will fall with you. So do bear in mind that you will have a fight on your hands. Now, this is a fairly low level that I'm trying to tame. I'm going to show you how many blood packs it takes to tame this, and then I'll show you a medium level Bloodstalker. I reckon it'll take about 1,000 blood packs to tame a 150. That is, of course, if you don't have to deal with the insect swarm. Now, if there's an insect swarm, there's not really much you can do. You're going to end up getting hit by it, so do expect that to happen. Make sure you have a parachute at the ready and your grappling hooks at the ready, because you will have to stop from dying if you are as high as I am. It will not bring down the Bloodstalker, however, it will let go of you. If you manage to find a Bloodstalker that you want, but it's surrounded by other Bloodstalkers, then what you will need to do is, of course, take out the other Bloodstalkers. Be very cautious when you do that, and for that I suggest using a long neck rifle. So I was on my way to try and take out the Bloodstalkers that were around there, and I got reeled in by a level 5. So I'll let this level 5 consume the blood packs that I've got on me, just to kind of show you a level 5 how many blood packs it will require. So as you can see, it's already a lot, and it does take quite a decent amount of time to gather this amount of blood packs. Not to mention that they are perishable, so they have a limited time. Now, if you have a refrigerator or a preserving bin, I suggest you put them in there to preserve them as long as possible. And when you do use the syringe to extract blood, you will lose HP, so keep that in mind as well. However, once it's been tamed, it will normally, most often, very keywords right there, most often grab onto you or mount you. As you will see, you don't mount it, it mounts you. Now, that's the one that I want to get. Unfortunately, I kind of got pulled in by this one. One of the cool things about the Bloodstalker that I do like is that, one, it does not take fall damage, which is really amazing. It does have a parachute mechanic which allows you to slow fall, but also it swings by these let's call them webs for better lack of words. However, another cool thing about it is that it does glide across the surface of water, which you will see in a bit. It does have a attack, well, actually 2 attacks. One which is with the use of the key C. So at the moment, right here, I am gliding on the surface of water where it is too deep, and the C key on the PC enables its melee attack. It can of course also reel in certain small creatures and medium creatures and attack them that way. Also very important to note, as you will see now, is when it takes a lot of damage, the Bloodstalker will start draining your blood packs, or if it doesn't drain your blood packs, it will probably drain your health. So the one that I want to get, which is a level 85, is down there. I'm going to try and attempt to get that guy. Now, there are several other Bloodstalkers around, so hopefully I can manage to get rid of that guy right there, and that should be alright, assuming there aren't any swarms of insects. Never mind, it's got me, so I'll just go with it. We're going to see how much this guy takes in terms of blood packs. I do have quite a few on me. That guy's quite close. Another thing you need to keep in mind is that once you are mounted on a Bloodstalker, if there's another Bloodstalker around you, it will dismount you and pull you in. So that is quite important to know. So we'll wait this guy out and see what happens, how much it takes for it to tame. Seeing as it's half of a level 150, never mind, I'm attacked by a swarm, so I have nothing else to do. But I'll show you on this note how to use the parachute, because with the first one I have the tech armor, which allows me to fall from any height without taking damage. Whilst some functions of the tech armor don't work on Genesis, other functions are able to work, such as being able to fall from a specific height without taking any damage. There we go, it's let go of me, so I'll just put my parachute up, and once I'm on the ground I'll deal with the swarm and then the other Bloodstalkers and return to that one that I want to tame. The best way I find to deal with the Bloodstalkers that you don't want, or you want to deal with, is by using a long neck rifle. It does do a lot of damage, so keep that in mind. If you do not kill the Bloodstalker, it will come after you. That's another thing to keep in mind, but it does take it out of the trees. So I'm expecting that Bloodstalker to come around. I'll give it a couple of seconds. There it is. So it's now come for me. It will attack you. It will become hostile. It's now repositioning itself. Lucky for me, it's on water, and 2 shots can kill a low-level Bloodstalker. Once you've dealt with all of the other hostiles and Bloodstalkers around, you can then start taming the one that you want to get. Now, initially, it may just end up performing its default attack on you, but if you sit next to it, it will eventually reel you next to it. So, as you can see right here, it's now trying to attack me. It's kind of missing. There we go, it's now reeling me in. So, I am going to show you how many blood packs it's taken me to tame this 85. Bear in mind, this is half of 150, so I would probably guess that it would take double this amount to tame a 150 Bloodstalker. And as you can see, things don't always work out perfect. Sometimes it will drop you, which is a bit annoying. This one didn't catch me. So this alone, along with all of the other potential problems that you can have whilst trying to tame a Bloodstalker, does mean that you will definitely need parachutes. So what can the Bloodstalker do? Well, for a start, it does not require a saddle, and then of course what you need to keep in mind is that you don't ride it, it mounts you. As you can see, it will also harvest, and it does harvest meat, hide and fur. It does have a good amount of HP, and it does have a decent carry weight, and it can do a double jump as well as sling on the webs. It is a bit derpy at first to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it is a very fast way of getting around the map. The more problem I find with it is being accurate as to where I want to go, because the reticle always changes. When the reticle is blue, it means it cannot shoot another web, so you will have to release, or either you're too far. But when it's yellow, it will mean that you can shoot your web and attach. Also, you can see you have 2 reticles. One is for the left click, the other one is for the right click. And one cool thing about the Bloodstalker is, as you can see right here, it can't fit through normal dinosaur gateways, despite the fact that its legs are longer than the gateway. It's totally cool because you can store them in small spaces. If you pull out a weapon, it will go into this mode, which allows you to move but also fire at the same time. And I think it looks pretty darn cool. If you strife, it just goes into a circle. Now this is in third person, and this is what it tends to do. But still, nonetheless, pretty darn cool. One other thing you can use it for is to clear out trees. So if you use the C key, you can attack trees. It will not harvest anything, but it will clear them out. So that is another good useful ability. If you use the C key on a dead animal, it will harvest them, and it will of course harvest meat, hide, and possibly even fur. I haven't tested that one out, which is why I said possibly. So here you can see the attack on trees, which is what I was on about. Notice that I'm not getting anything from it. And of course I can harvest chitin, as you just seen there. Probably keratin as well. Another super cool feature about the Bloodstalker is the fact that it can turn on the dime, and it tends to turn in the direction that you look. I like this double jump, which I think is so useful for getting around the terrain. And another cool feature about the Bloodstalker is that when you press space on the PC, it can climb up vertical walls, which is totally cool. Of course, it is dependent on stamina, as is the ability to shoot webs and sling from them. And also, finally, another awesome feature that I like on this creature is its ability to strife from one side to the other, which is what I am doing right now. And so that is quite unique to this creature. And this unique feature actually makes it super versatile when it comes to moving around. That is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found it useful and informative. If you have, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.